Many moons ago, there once rose a foul beast that spared no one in its reign of terror. Spawned from the depths of purgatory solely to traumatize humanity and turn people into its perpetual victims of their wrath. A supernatural being more imposing than a dragon, more formidable than a griffin, and more treacherous than a unicorn. Their wardrobe was unconventional, donning a hat of straw, shorts matching the color of the vast sea, and a signature yellow Brazil tee. If you were misfortunate enough to encounter this monstrosity, they would perform an entrancing jig that would chill you to the very core of your being. Heed my warning, young traveler, for you do not wish to fall prey to this deranged creature that lies beyond this road. Listen to the story of its origin and how it came to be. The legendary tale of Brazilian Luffy.
And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Before I get into whatever this thing is, we have to discuss the man that started it all. A TikTok user under the alias Guto Kenji had an interest in the wonderful world of animation. He would upload the animations he created onto the app as a way to express his love for his favorite animes. The quality of these animations were questionable at best. Most of his stuff is in Portuguese or something, so I have no clue what's actually going on. Who knows, maybe these could be the funniest videos of all time, but I doubt it. But the one thing I could understand from these videos was that Kenji loved popular shonen anime. He was the epitome of the shonen tard stereotype, having a clear affection for Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and especially One Piece. So one day, he comes up with a silly Luffy animation to post on his account. Little did he know, Kenji's latest animation was going to change his entire life. Sure, he had videos that would go viral before, but none would spark his online status into notoriety like this one. On July 9th, 2023, a single video would terrorize a community. Seeing the Brazilian Luffy video hit your For You page for the first time was like watching the first plane hit the tower, to the nose picking, to the god-awful music, to the shirt lift, to the air humping. Each of these elements was flawlessly combined to make the most uncomfortable imagery imaginable. Nothing about this video made any fucking sense. Why was Luffy a kid? Why was he dancing like this? What is this bullshit playing in my ears right now? For One Piece fans, this video was the bane of their existence. But for non-One Piece fans, this was a glorious opportunity. If you were a One Piece fan during this time, you couldn't talk shit to anyone. If you even uttered a word about another series, you would get hit with the deadliest phrase known to man. Is this your GOAT? There was nothing you could do to counter this statement because it was true. That was indeed your GOAT, hitting the thug shaker like there was no tomorrow. One Piece fans were getting clowned and humiliated relentlessly by the other fan bases. However, all they had to do was wait it out. Memes come and go. Eventually, this whole thing will blow over and be forgotten. Then boom! Sir, a second Brazilian Luffy has hit the towers. And then another. And then another, and then another, and another, and another. This bastard even got Zoro and Sanji involved in this. Look at my goats, dog. What are they doing? Someone had to put an end to this. One Piece fans took great offense to this mockery of their series. So some radical fans would leave hateful messages for Kenji, even going as far as to send death threats over this stuff. Like, dude, you're sending death threats over Brazilian Luffy. This harassment would go on and on up until the current year. Kenji had finally realized something. The only reason why there was so much discord was because One Piece fans felt singled out. He had devised the plan to turn this stupid meme into a symbol of peace and unite the anime community. He uploaded another Brazilian Luffy video. This time things were different. There were some mysterious shadowy figures next to Luffy. Hold on, is that Naruto? He got Goku too? Oh my god. No. Even Ichigo? Look at his face! He looks like he's being held at gunpoint. This was the only solution. If one fan base wasn't safe from that madman, then none of them were. But this wasn't enough. He had to go even further beyond. He started posting Brazilian animations back to back to back. It didn't matter what franchise you were from. JoJo's, Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter. If your GOAT wasn't on there, he was going to be on there soon. He even brought my glorious, handsome King Ippo into this. Notice how he has the best entrance out of all of them. Even when he's doing a kukuli dance, he's still the best MC. That's why he's the MVP. A little side note, Kenji had a hate boner for Subaru for some reason. He really didn't want to make an animation for him. He didn't even give him an entrance or anything. It was pretty funny. You're probably expecting Kenji to get swarms of harassment from every fan base under the sun, but something strange happened. People began to switch up and show waves of support to the Brazilian trend. Instead of saying, "Is this your GOAT?" they said, "If your GOAT isn't on here, can he really be called the GOAT?" Performing the dance became a badge of honor. It turned into a worldwide phenomenon. Anime fans from around the world expressed their love by doing the dance themselves. People from all walks of life were doing it. It didn't matter what race you were. It didn't matter if you were young or old. It didn't matter if you were man or woman. Everyone was doing the Brazilian dance. There were even some fan animations made in celebration. Things went better than expected. All Kenji had to do now was create the final animation and end this arc for good. But alas, things are never that simple. You see, Kenji had decided to make an auction for the final spot. It would be a missed opportunity to not cash in on this trend for a quick buck. He utilized the Clash Royale method. Make it, pay to win. The highest bidder would get to choose the last character. Everyone was waiting in anticipation for this reveal. Who was it gonna be? Was it Itadori? No, it's gotta be Asta. Wait, I know. It's Sailor Moon. We gotta have at least one female representative. I'm tired of looking at shirtless men. I'm trying to see some titty. The video was finally published. Out of all the possible MCs, it was, I don't even know his name in all honesty. People were very upset. The entire point of the trend was to celebrate the characters who were popular enough to join the big leagues. Invader D was nowhere near the level of any of the other characters on the list. Kenji was super pissed about bringing Subaru, but gladly accepted this random for a cash grab. The comments were clowning on this video, but Kenji wasn't done yet. He had one more video to make. The infamous execution video. Kenji had his DeviantArt OC kill everyone. Corpses of everyone's ghosts were scattered around while Kenji was at the center. He had revealed his true colors. This was his final plan all along. The goat eradication plan. All the hate he got fueled his rage. This was the real Guto Kenji. A massive fucking cornball. Oh brother, get a load of this guy. Who does this nigga think he is? All of these MCs would have jumped the shit out of him. This shit was not badass. Of course this dork has an evil form too. He's clearly been watching too much shonen slop. You can tell Kenji was the type of guy to Naruto run into Area 51. Nobody in the comments took this dude seriously and he was trolled relentlessly. But then he was all like, "It's just a joke, guys. It's just a prank, bro." He announced that he was going to make more animations but with villains instead, but it was far too late. The meme died once Invader D joined the dance. He's just dragging it at this point. Kenji had it all and he lost it all. Although he was corny, his creations brought everyone together. All of this made me realize something. Maybe we don't have to fight. Why does there need to be slander and discourse amongst us weebs? At the end of the day, we share something in common, our love for anime and manga. Maybe one day we can drop the toxicity. Maybe one day we can settle our differences and come together. Maybe one day anime fan bases can live in peace and harmony. Psych! I live for the slander, baby. Solo leveling is fucking dog shit.